My name is Jubilee Blessing. I'm a video director, a cinematographer, producer, and CEO at Link Video Global and Keep This Africa. Videography, I'll say that will be about 10 years, but generally in entertainment, it will be about 16 years now. I was raised by a single parent, who was my mom, and when I was 9 years old, she passed, and yeah, and stayed with my uncle for a couple of times. And because I was so curious about everything, so I decided to try some things, and I landed in church, and that was contrary to my family's religion. So I had to step out of home and went to the street for some years, and I got this amazing person who took me in. He's my dad now. His name is Pastor William Vemba. So after that, I think he gave me a lot of opportunity because he noticed I had a character of exploring or even trying things out. So all through that, I began dancing in church, and then after church, I started actually singing. I got interested in singing gospel music, and then after producing my first song, I thought I can do whatever that the producer is doing without even charging. So I got into producing audio, and all this was self-taught. And after that, I went to work somewhere in River Road. And next to that place, we had a studio, actually music. Now this was more of a video studio. So I used to produce audio and then go look at this other guy, whatever that he was doing. And with time, I got to learn whatever that he was doing. And I realized between audio and video, I think video was a bit easier for me because it took a day. But audio I used to struggle because I didn't know how to play any instrument. And again, I'm a perfectionist, so it used to take longer. And I feel like, no, it's not yet okay. And things like that. So that's a bit of my journey. Of course, life in the street is not good at all, at all. But I thank God for His grace because right now I can't imagine being on that position. But His grace took me on to, I think I was in the street for 5 years, and I'll say right now I can't imagine. But then I was able to handle it. So life in the street is not easy. About what I'm doing right now, again, it's been a journey. And I remember when I was young, and I told God, I want you to make me famous so that I can be able to inspire young people. And also from their story, from my story, they can learn something. That was the only thing that I asked God when I was very, very young. So my journey has been, I would say all of it has been about God, what He's purposed me to do. And I've done so many things. Most of them have failed and some of them have made it, but I've never given up. I've lost things after huge investment. I've been disappointed, but still I had hope in something. And even what I'm doing right now, I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work, but I know my purpose will live on. Whatever that God wants me to do, as long as I'm alive, I'll do it. Creation of, or even I'll say my partnership with my partner, whose name is Larry, in making an amazing product from Kenya. It was because most of the time, anyone who's saying that I'm making something from Africa, not even Kenya, we expect it to be something that is very common, e.g. manguo, or something that it's not innovative, or so I had to take a risk. And yes, I desired to do headphones for a long time because it was something that was in my circle. Not a video camera, because I knew it will take a long process, yeah. But who knows, maybe I'll get into that. But headphone music, I thought is something that I'll venture into. So by the time I met my partner, we kind of had the same vision to make cool stuff from Africa to the world. So, and yeah, that's whereby Pace came about. My mom used to love me so much, and I don't know if I was a mama's boy, but my mom used to love me a lot. And if truly my setup would be the same, maybe I wouldn't have been the person that I am. But through the struggles, and I allowed myself, there are things that I never did because I had control. Like, yes, I might not have a place to live, but I have a choice to choose not to steal and not to use any drugs, because I've never consumed any drugs. And I was in street, so by the time you hear someone is in the street, kitu ya kwanza ni ashatumia madawa, glue na hizo vitu zote. But I had a choice not to, because I knew that's not where I'm gonna be the rest of my life. I was aiming higher. And there are things that I have learned, though we don't have control over everyone, but we have control over ourselves. And patience is one thing. And if you're a believer like I am, so you'll believe God has a good future for your life. So it's just for you to be ready and prepare for that time. So all my journey, yes, things have strengthened me. And even right now, I don't know what's my next challenge, because every time my prayer is, God, whenever that you intend me to be, so let me be there. You don't know what will come in my way. I've lost so many things. Like, if I had a prayer, I would have said, God, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But it has happened, and I'm patient enough. Even the things that I desire to have, it's not a must for them to happen right now. It will happen at God's time. So for young people, I feel like sometimes we are very impatient. We want things to come very fast. And also, God's time is the best. Right now, whatever that I'm handling, if you would have given me 5 years ago or even 4 years ago, I wouldn't have handled them the same. But time has allowed things to fall in place, like pole pole. And whenever that it happens, the Bible says, in good and bad, we have to thank God, because He knows why we are here. So I'll say, let's be patient and allow time to take place. I don't know who in my family used to sing, but I know my uncle used to sing. And no, my mom was not in music. But since I was young, I was very musical. I remember whenever ningesikia mziki, I used to start dancing and all that. And my mom used to pull me to things, just dance. So I had music in me, though I didn't know which office God has called me in music, because music is so broad, yeah? And not everyone is called to sing, not everyone is called to dance, not everyone is called to rap or even to manage. So music is so broad. Apart from singing, we have a lot of other offices. So all my journey, I think I've been struggling finding what's my office in music. But again, as I've said, people around me allowed me to kind of feel comfortable in what I loved. Yeah, so getting into now the industry, it was very, very easy. And now I'll say, like, I'm in the third generation of music industry in Kenya. So then dance was a huge thing. I remember when Pastor Pius Muiru used to do crusade and all this. When we were young kids, music was still big in that section. And then I remember when now the Jogsees era and who else? This is Nameless and Wau's era. And then I remember again now, now there is, this is the other generation of Willie Paul and Bahati era. So I've been there, not really directly, but in all this generation, somehow I was attached to the industry. So it was very, very easy for me to venture even into what I'm doing right now. And I don't have to do music video, but still I'm in a music industry. There's one thing that sometimes mi hujipiga kifua nasema, okay, you did it right. That will be, I'm able to shift things very, very easily and make adjustment. Sijifungii pahali. So even apart from the headphone, I think when I started music video or even audio production, I allowed myself to move into videography very, very fast. And then also I realized in gospel videos, we didn't have Ogopa kind of videos. So Ogopa, they were like the most international videos, expensive and all that. And gospel videos were like, okay, one camera, two. And then I was like, no, 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 I have to challenge myself maybe to do whatever that Ogopa was doing, but in gospel. So within a short short period of time, I was able at least for guys to notice that there's something different happening in the gospel industry that we've never experienced. So, and actually I was very cheap, right, by that time, because my passion was more of empowering guys, like, let's do this and go together. So now coming to the headphone, yes, not only in the industry, but again in our market or even in Africa. I feel like we've never challenged ourselves to make something big enough that we can compete international. Like I'll say with my competitor, as this is like the beat, you know, it's something that by the time Dre did it, everyone was like, yo, this is awesome. But in Africa, why can't we do such a thing? And then people to embrace our own product. And even not only in Africa or even in Kenya, but also people in the US can be proud of rocking our stuff and say, this is from Africa, it's a brand made in Kenya. Pace, number one, it comes from a word, keep your own pace. So you don't have to be rich to own our product, or you don't have to be poor, because it's a quality stuff. As long as you keep into your pace, you can own any of our product. So we started with two brands, which was Pace Focus and Pace Mate, earphone and headphones, and they're very, very affordable, because we didn't want to make something that you can't afford, or you feel like, so Beats is almost like 40,000 Kenyan shilling or even 50,000, so I can't afford that. That's for the rich. And you get some other brands are very, very cheap, and you feel like they don't command a certain statement. So in the middle, we thought about Pace, whereby it's quality, and also it's a cool stuff, and also it's a Kenyan brand or even an African brand. So Pace Focus and Pace Mate, and then with time we've been able to make a couple of other products. That will be our very low end will be an earphone that is very, very good quality. Also, it's called Pace Muzuka, though we partnered with a Tanzanian company to make that Pace Muzuka, because it would have been better for Tanzanians to have something also that we've helped them create. And also, yes, we have speakers, wired headphones, and also SD headphones. And right now we have about 6 products in our product line, and we are trying also not only to do product, because we realized if we are able to make this brand, how can our company grow? Yeah, for the first time, I think in duration of one year, 8 months, we've been only doing online marketing and selling on an online platform. So we've just gotten into Safaricom shop, which is doing very, very well. And we are trying to see, by the time we exhaust our country, Kenya, so how do we go to other countries and make this a global product? So yeah, and also inviting young people with good ideas on how we can co-brand or even make product and help them or even support them. How can we make something from our own innovation? Musicians, producers, and everyone in the music industry, they've been so supportive. Sometimes these guys paid a lot of money to post something, but I don't remember any time paying someone to help me to advertise. And even our 90% of our marketing budget, we had to put it in celebrities or even influencers. Like, we don't have to pay you, but take the product and talk about it. And it has been amazing. So sometimes I tell them thank you and they don't feel it, but I'm so grateful. And our people believe in whatever that they tell them. Yeah, if they say the product is good, you can't imagine someone like Calligraph, who's very expensive artist, rocking our product, and it's affordable. So you don't, if you want to be like Calligraph, you don't have to buy Beats or even any other expensive product, but Pace has something. So I'll say for our artists and influencers that we've been working with, they've been a huge break to our brand. So it is 1 year, 8 months, and this is so big. We've even had the president sampling our product, and a lot of interest. Safaricom coming on board to support, Blaze, and so many corporate, I'll say. So thank you very much for everyone that has been supporting. I just lost equipment more than 15 million. Like this will be 5 years ago. So business to me was like, no, I can't do this again. But thank God I started, and I said, as long as I'm alive and you've given me another chance, equipment and everything else will not stop me from living my purpose. Trust me, even having my partner on board, because he's a Chinese when I was doing this. So more of the partnership is more of these things the way they are made in China. Me, I have idea here. Tutengeleza hizi vitu. And he was very, very trusting. And it's not been easy also because of the culture differences and all that. But all through that, I kept on reminding myself, as long as you're alive, you have to live your purpose. So don't give up. Yeah, just do it. I don't know if it will fail, but so far where we are thankful and grateful to God that at least, even if it doesn't blow up to the world, but we've already lived our purpose in terms of making an impact with these few months that we've done.
This is the third scene, more to go. This is the producer, timekeeper.
So I'm the one that people must meet in the set. Into na piece of what, unaelewa, eh? That's me.
This generation is very fast. If you see kids right now, they're on phone. They're able to unlock phones and do amazing stuff from technology. So I'll say it's a space that boldly also the government around, and even I've seen Nigerian, even in the music industry, they have donors that will support art. You know, in Kenya, we've never had that. Like, you can have an amazing idea, but the financial, you can't get loan to finance your idea, and also no one can risk their money on art because it takes a bit of time to come back, and also most of the time you try something and it fails. And we believe in Sisi Uku dreamers. Like, I believe I will be this, like all of us. Most of us wanted to be pilots, doctors. Right now, look at us. What happened to us? So, but every section of art, it just needs patience, and also we need to believe in creatives. That's what I'll say. And it's a space that we are coming, and a lot of young guys are coming. Even right now, I normally have a lot of DMs, guys telling me, I have this idea, I want to innovate this, I want to make this. And even from our product, I think it's not only my idea. So we've been able to incorporate other people's idea. And even right now, we are innovating something based on someone else's idea. It's not supposed to be all about me, but I believe in, of course, we have great ideas. In the past 2 years, I've seen a lot of sections trying to help the innovation section. So I wouldn't say government needs to do, they're already doing it. Only that we don't have enough people in that space, you know. So I'll say education-wise, even in talent, I've really toured around the country, and the talents that we have, they're kind of basic. That's what I'll say. If someone is not singing, they're dancing. If they're not dancing, they're doing poems, which are basic. If you look at South Africa or even any other country outside there, guys are doing something that are all out, you know. So let's have an education system that allows gift and also innovation, and so that our kids or even our brothers can be able to try some other things apart from the norm. We have PE, so if you don't appear to be a runner, or because we are all runners by the Kenyans, that's what we are known of, and if you don't do soccer or football, so there's no any other part, or even rugby. But what about the other sports that we've not exposed our kids to, you know? And even finding themselves, like something that you like, it's out of the box completely. And if we have an education system that can support this, it will be very, very nice. Apart from our education is so good, I would say good, in terms of good for doctors, good for office guys. For me, even when I try to put suit, but I feel I'm not fitting in. But yes, our education needs to improve and to support more of out of the box. We are very selfish, and I think we are taught of being selfish. If you look at other cultures, guys kind of eat together, one plate they share. but some of us in our culture, unapakuliwa kwa sahani yako mwenyewe unakula, na saa zingine unafeel ni mingi, saa zingine ni kidogo. And this is what I would say, I've learned on how to appreciate other people's gift and also to accommodate partnership. It's very, very important. Rather than I have an idea and this is mine, I'm not going to share it. Before you realize someone else has done it, and you'll have beef with them, like, why did you have to do this? And when God gives you an idea, it's not only you, because it doesn't depend on you. It depends on the idea, whereby it has to touch a lot of people's life. So what I would say is I've learned how to partner and appreciate every single person around me. What do they have that I do not have? How do I tap onto what they have? And if only we can be taught to embrace other people's gift or even partnering in whatever that we have, it's not bad. I remember when I'll say this in music, when we used to look for collabos and someone feels like, why would I collab with you? What are you adding in my life, you know? Right now, I feel so peaceful when I partner with someone else. I feel so good when I see someone else doing something even better than myself, you know? How do we combine and work together and support each other? And if we want to make our country great, or even whatever idea that we have, then we have to allow partnership. Yeah, working together, eating together. Yes, like other culture, just the way I've seen. Wanakulaga kwa sinia pamoja, they celebrate. But for us, wewe na ugali yako na sukuma yako na nyama yako mbili, kula umalize. So that's what I'll say. I've learned how to accommodate other people. I can't really tell people or even whatever that they think about me, because sometimes I have vlogs. I've met people like someone that totally doesn't know me and is like, yo niaje, uko na kindukulu tuwashe hapa. No, kindukulu is something else. And I'm like, I've never even tried that, you know. Some people, okay, I do not really know, yeah, but whatever that someone thinks about me, or they assume that's who I am, maybe on one way or the other, I have personally showed them that side. But yeah, who I am, it doesn't matter what the other person think of who I am. It doesn't even change me. But I appreciate criticism. I appreciate gossip. I appreciate whatever that it is. Yeah. This is a story of my friend. I'll give you an example. And our society has been able to categorize. If you are not married, for example, you're not allowed to have a child. And this friend of mine, he always desired to have kids. Yeah. And maybe God didn't allow it in the right way. But now, if you just, because you assume they have a child, so you don't think that they don't fit in the way the society has programmed that. So there's a say with my friend, we normally say, like, society now, you just have to live, you know. So there's a lot of assumption of who I am, but they've never changed who I am. And where I'm going, I believe in what God is doing in my life, everything. Because he himself, he said that we thank him for the good and for the bad. So if bad gets into my way, I have to thank him. If good, it's also okay. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is like the third last scene. So,
I wouldn't say anything about I want to create a certain legacy, or even I just want to live my purpose. So if legacy will come in place, okay. Yo, so this is not the last scene. It's the last scene at this place. We started the shoot a bit late, so we had to reverse things. So we are done and heading to do the house scene, which is going to be the first scene in the video.